Ever wondered what's currently happening in the chip manufacturing industry? Well, you're in for a treat. As we step into 2024, the semiconductor industry is showing signs of a significant rebound, with various indicators pointing towards growth and recovery after the challenges experienced in recent years. Let's take a peek at the World Semiconductor Trade Statistics, or WSTS for short. Their forecasts for 2024 paint a pretty rosy picture, with a robust upswing in the semiconductor market. We're talking about a growth of 13.1%, reaching a valuation of about $588 billion. That's no small feat. And the driving force behind this growth? The memory sector. It could see an increase of over 40% from the previous year. But it's not alone. All major segments of the industry, including discrete sensors, analog, logic, and micro, are also expected to record growth rates. Now you might be wondering, where is this growth happening? Interestingly, both the Americas and Asia-Pacific regions are projected to experience significant double-digit year-over-year growth. It seems that the global semiconductor industry is nearing the end of a down cycle and is expected to embark on its recovery journey in 2024 with increases across all segments. But it's not all smooth sailing. The industry has had to grapple with supply chain disruptions and increased demand due to the pandemic, which accelerated the chip shortage. But every challenge brings opportunities. Initiatives like the CHIPS Act in the US aim to bolster domestic chip production and address some of these challenges. Plus, developments in advanced chip packaging, particularly for AI applications, are expected to be significant. So, it appears the chip manufacturing industry is set for a significant rebound in 2024, doesn't it? Let's delve deeper. Now let's take a look at how different regions are faring in this industry. As we delve into the regional trends, we see that the Americas and Asia-Pacific regions are leading the charge. Both regions are projected to experience significant double-digit year-on-year growth in 2024. This growth is poised to be a turning point for the global semiconductor industry, which is nearing the end of a down cycle and is expected to begin its recovery this year. In the Americas, the growth is being fueled by several factors. One key driver is the focus on bolstering domestic chip production. Legislative initiatives like the United States creating helpful incentives to produce semiconductors, or CHIPS Act, aim to address supply chain disruptions and increase local production. This could potentially lead to a surge in the region's chip manufacturing industry. Meanwhile, in the Asia-Pacific region, the growth can be attributed to a combination of continued technological advancement and a robust manufacturing infrastructure. Countries like China, South Korea, and Taiwan have long been powerhouses in the chip manufacturing industry. They continue to invest heavily in research and development, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in chip technology. But it's not just about these two regions. Indeed, the global semiconductor industry as a whole is showing signs of recovery. All major segments of the industry, including discrete sensors, analog, logic, and micro, are expected to record growth rates. This anticipated upswing is a testament to the industry's resilience and its capacity to adapt and evolve in the face of challenges. As we move further into 2024, we could see these trends accelerating, with more and more regions around the world ramping up their chip manufacturing capabilities. This regional growth and the global industry's projected recovery are significant indicators of the semiconductor industry's potential to rebound from recent challenges. With both the Americas and Asia-Pacific set to experience significant growth, the global industry is heading towards recovery. Every industry has its challenges and opportunities, and chip manufacturing is no exception. Let's dive into the complexities of the semiconductor sphere, starting with supply chain disruptions. The global pandemic has left a profound impact on this industry, accelerating the chip shortage. Increased demand for electronic devices during lockdowns coupled with supply chain interruptions led to an imbalance. However, every cloud has a silver lining. This chip shortage has highlighted the critical need for domestic production and self-reliance. In response, government initiatives like the CHIPS Act in the United States are stepping in to bolster domestic chip production. This act aims to address the challenges head-on by enhancing local manufacturing capabilities. It's an ambitious endeavor that could reshape the industry, providing an opportunity to strengthen domestic supply chains and reduce dependency on overseas production. But it's not just about increasing production volumes. It's also about evolving technologies. The industry is witnessing significant developments in advanced chip packaging, particularly for artificial intelligence applications. These advancements are pushing the boundaries of how we use and understand chips, creating opportunities for innovation and growth. However, these advancements also raise new challenges. With the rapid evolution of technology, the industry must adapt quickly. This fast-paced environment requires a robust strategy to manage change and ensure the continued delivery of high-quality, cutting-edge products. Then there's the challenge of increased demand. As technology becomes more integrated into our daily lives, the demand for chips continues to skyrocket. This surge in demand presents an opportunity for businesses to expand their offerings and tap into new market segments. But it also presents a challenge, as businesses must ramp up their production capabilities to meet this growing demand. In conclusion, the semiconductor industry is at a crossroads. On one hand, there are significant challenges, including supply chain disruptions and increased demand. On the other hand, these challenges present unique opportunities for growth and innovation. Initiatives like the CHIPS Act and advancements in chip technology are paving the way towards a more resilient and prosperous future for the industry. While challenges persist, the industry is responding with initiatives and advancements to address these issues. Indeed, the journey ahead is filled with both trials and triumphs, but the chip manufacturing industry is well equipped to navigate this complex landscape. Let's talk about consumer demand and how it's affecting the chip industry. As we've stepped into a post-pandemic world, a shift has been observed. The once insatiable appetite for products like smartphones and computers has seen a decline. This change in consumer behavior has led to an unforeseen circumstance: an oversupply of certain types of chips. NAND and DRAM memory chips, which are crucial components in these devices, are now in surplus. This might seem like a good problem to have, but it's not that simple. The oversupply has thrown a wrench in the balance of the supply-demand equation. Major chip makers like Samsung and SK Hynix, who had ramped up production to meet the previous high demand, now find themselves grappling with excess inventory. This oversupply issue has created a ripple effect, influencing pricing, profit margins, and even future production plans. The oversupply of certain chips has had a significant impact on major chip makers. What about the workforce and revenue projections for this industry? That's a question that has been on everyone's mind. Let's delve into it. A significant hurdle in the semiconductor industry has been a shortage of skilled technical workers. Compared to other industries, American semiconductor firms are facing longer hiring times. But don't worry, efforts are in motion to address this. Partnerships with educational institutions and increased investment in training programs are being initiated to combat this shortage. Now let's talk about the money. After a dip in semiconductor revenue from 2022 to 2023, the year 2024 is predicted to be a game changer. Analysts are forecasting a significant rebound. Despite the supply chain disruptions and increased demand brought about by the pandemic, the industry is expected to restore its supply chain and production capacity to normal levels by the end of 2024. Despite the challenges, the industry is expected to see a significant increase in revenue in 2024. So what does all this mean for small businesses? As we delve into the strategies for small businesses, it's important to consider two key areas: capitalizing on growth sectors and leveraging regional growth. First, let's tackle the growth sectors. The memory sector is expected to be the driving force behind the anticipated growth in the semiconductor market this year. So, how can small businesses capitalize on this upswing? Well, if you're in the technology field, consider focusing on products and services that align with or support the memory sector. This could mean developing or integrating memory-intensive applications, providing support services for memory technologies, or exploring collaborations with companies in the memory chip sector. By aligning your business with this growing sector, you can position yourself to ride the wave of growth and potentially see significant gains. Moving on, let's talk about regional growth. Both the Americas and the Asia-Pacific regions are projected to experience substantial year-over-year growth. For small businesses based in these regions, this represents a golden opportunity to expand. But even if you're not directly located in these areas, there are still ways to leverage this growth. You could consider marketing your products more aggressively in these regions, seeking distribution partnerships, or even setting up operations or sales offices there. By extending your reach into these growing markets, you can tap into the potential for increased demand and revenue. But remember, every business is unique, and what works for one might not work for another. It's crucial to evaluate these strategies in the context of your business model, resources, and long-term goals. Seek advice, learn from others in your field, and don't be afraid to take calculated risks. By capitalizing on these trends, small businesses can carve out their own success in the chip manufacturing industry. It's an exciting time, full of potential and opportunity. So take a deep breath, assess your options, and set your course for success in 2024.